In today's video, we'll be going over a Kokomi Taser team comp rotation. There are a lot of Taser variations, but at the core of every one is usually a strong Beidou who deals a ton of electro damage with her burst. The rest of the team is usually built around maximizing her damage output and enabling reactions. I really wanted to share this Taser team because it's actually my favorite version. It's extremely consistent and safe, while also being able to output a surprisingly high amount of damage. This team also solidified my appreciation for Kokomi and made me realize how valuable she is when she's acting as an on-field attacker-healer hybrid. Alright, enough about the team, let's start by looking at the rotation. The rotation restarts when Kokomi's skill comes back off of cooldown, so this is a 20-second rotation. Now let's take a closer look. I opened the rotation with Kokomi's skill, which acts as a consistent source of hydro and healing throughout the rotation. Next I use Fischl's skill to summon Oz, which gives us consistent electro damage. Oz also generates a lot of electro energy particles, which is going to help us recharge Beidou's burst on each rotation. Fischl's skill cooldown is 25 seconds, which is longer than our rotation, so we're going to alternate between her skill and her burst on every other rotation. Then I use Sucrose's skill followed by her burst. This triggers an electro swirl reaction, which will decrease the enemy's electro res thanks to Viridescent Veneer. It's also very likely that you'll get a hydro swirl mixed in there, so you usually get that nice dual element res reduction. Sucrose also buffs the team's EM with her A4 passive, so that means we'll get stronger electro charge reactions. And finally, I'm also using Thrilling Tails on Sucrose, so Beidou will get a nice attack buff when she comes onto the field next. Next I use Beidou's skill followed by her burst. Using Beidou's skill right before her burst allows her to catch the electro energy particles during her burst animation. Beidou's burst snapshots the Thrilling Tails buff from Sucrose and outputs tons of electro DPS throughout the rotation. Next I use Kokomi's burst, which makes her normal and charge attacks hit way harder and also causes them to heal the team on hit. This burst is what makes Kokomi such a strong candidate for an on-field attacker, because it allows her to dish out good damage while also keeping the team alive. Her burst also refreshes the duration of her skill. It normally lasts 12 seconds, so with the burst coming in at around 10 seconds into the rotation, this allows her skill to last for the entire rotation. With her burst active, I use her full normal attack combo 4 times total. It doesn't have to be exactly 4 strings of normal attacks, but just try to wrap up when her skill cooldown is close to 2 seconds. You can also use 2 normal and 1 charge attack combos for more hydro application, but for this fight specifically, I like to conserve my stamina for dodging. Finally, I end the rotation with 1 more cast of Beidou's skill, which will give me that extra bit of energy to help recharge her burst. Try your best to land a perfect counter for more energy, and also make sure to catch the energy particles before swapping away from Beidou. By now, Kokomi's skill should be off of cooldown and I can restart the rotation. Let's walk through it one more time. Fischl burst, Sucrose skill, Sucrose burst, Beidou's skill immediately into burst, Kokomi burst, normal attack combo, normal attack combo, normal attack combo, and another normal attack combo. Beidou's skill, catch the energy particles, and then we restart the rotation with Kokomi. For ER requirements, the key bursts in this rotation are Beidou's and Kokomi's. Beidou doesn't need too much ER thanks to Fischl, but Kokomi does need quite a bit since she's the only hydro character in this lineup. I recommend aiming for around 200% ER on Kokomi and about 150% on Beidou. 200% is also a good target for Sucrose if you want her burst to be up on every rotation. That's all I have for this rotation. The infographic version is in the video description, and as always, thank you so much for watching.